Hey guys, Janie Peters here again, and I'm continuing on with my series of getting out into the community and talking with local professionals, business owners, entrepreneurs who are already killing it in video. And today I've got Eli Hall with AMS Landscaping. Eli has been blowing it up nonstop for the past, what, 3-4 years?
Yes, so I've been doing it consistently for 3 years.
Okay, so you got started in video about 7 years ago, but that was more of like hiring a professional crew.
Yeah, I only had a couple of videos done professionally. Nothing consistent until about 3 years ago.
Okay, so then what happened 3 years ago that made you want to start doing video?
So I procrastinated for about a year or two before I was making the videos. I read a great book called Utility, and just how the world is changing and how we all need to be
Jay Bear?
Jay Bear, that's correct.
I was given that book, and I've never read it. Okay,
yeah, it's a great book. It just explains the importance of content, why you should always be putting content out there, whether a video, blog, or anything. People are absorbing content differently today than they were 10 years ago.
Right.
So and that's kind of where it started. I was always really shy with it, and everything had to be perfect. I'm like, oh, I don't have an AMS shirt on today, or my hair doesn't look right. Whatever, we all make the excuses. I made them all too, and there's times I find myself still kind of making them. But I've gotten better at just forcing myself. I pressure myself to do a video a week. So if I don't have something by the end of the week, I start getting under pressure, and I bolt it out, and I just get it done at any cost, even if my expectation isn't met, just to get something out there. And I find that it's valuable to do so.
Right. I don't know if it was the first or second time that you did videos, you just struck a nerve.
So I had been procrastinating for some time about making video, and I knew that I just needed to make a video, and I had a couple ideas bouncing around in my head, but of course I had to find the perfect spot, the perfect area. I'm a landscaper, so I wanted it to be a great spot that showed a great example of what I was looking for. I remember I was driving in this community, I saw a dead spot, a dead turf area, and I know a lot of people have this issue, and literally I was not ready. I just said, I'm going to do it.
When it really comes down to it, it's just executing, just doing it.
Yeah, I think people, if whatever you're trying to say, the content of what you're putting out there is what really is why people listen.
You're at that moment, you see the dead spot, and you're like, I'm going to go and I'm going to shoot this. I'm taking my phone.
Yep, that's all I use.
And just holding it out.
Yep.
No,
I didn't have a selfie stick or anything.
Nothing.
I just used most of my videos in the beginning were just my phone. In fact, that was another one of my roadblocks. I thought, oh, I want to have one of those I don't even know what they're called, those sticks that keep things straight. Like I still
want one.
I don't have one. Actually, I bought one and I returned it. Okay.
Really?
I'm going to tell you, anything that's going to prevent you, like, oh, I don't have my stick today, is just another excuse not to make a video. I find to just leave the barriers that will prevent you from making video out of your life. I mean that seriously. Like the iPhone today, whatever Samsung phone you have today is good enough to make content. And that's all that matters.
Back to that story, you did the video on the dead spot, you put it where?
But I post it everywhere. I mean, you make the content, put it everywhere. I currently on YouTube have 4,700 views of that same video. Haven't taken it down to this day.
Crazy.
I'm wearing a hat that's not appropriate, like it's like a gun hat, and I'm wearing like a shirt that's like I left the gym. It was like a gym shirt. I can't remember, it was an Adidas shirt or something. Nothing to do with my business. I didn't care. I still don't care to this day. I actually think that video is empowering to me because it shows where I started and really the where I've come from. Because every time you make video, you learn something new, and then you put that into a new video. And so when you look at your old stuff, you're like, wow, that kind of sucks, but you know what? I have 4,000 views, almost 5,000 views of that video.
Case in point. How do you stay on it? Because obviously with video, it's, a lot of people put 1, 2 out, and then they don't touch it ever again. How do you stay on top of that?
It is hard to commit to the time, especially in the beginning, or if you get busy with your life and whatever your daily routine is. It really does take time to come up with content, come up with ideas. You run out of ideas. I have a calendar that during my slow period one year, I literally just drew up a calendar. I did the months of the year because I got to the point where, like now today, I'm doing at least a minimum of a video a week. And so I write down what's a tip for that month. So I have like 4 or 5 tips for each month. Setting yourself as the industry professional in your space, in your area, is going to be impactful when you go to make the sale. When people are like, well, I see Eli all the time talking about landscape. He seems to know everything about landscaping. I should probably hire him.
What I wanted to point out was the perception of what others will think of you and your business and your expertise, your professionalism when you're using video more often to get your messaging out there. Because all you're really doing is talking about what you do all the time anyway. And so to come up with content, it's really just, well, what am I saying to my customers? What are the common questions that my clients are coming to me with?
Early stages, when I didn't have that calendar, anytime a client asked me a question, I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder how many people asked this question. And that was it. I would do like a 30 to 60 second video and I would post it. I was always excited when somebody would ask me a question. Like, oh, that's right. It's a great opportunity to do a content.
Are you on a schedule?
I make sure I get a video a week.
Are you talking about YouTube or just
I'm talking YouTube. I think the batching, once you start batching, like anything that sounds like more work to me, I'm kind of out. I lower the bar. I make sure that the bar is low as far as roadblocks that'll prevent me from getting the content. I can do it in my car right after I take the video. I don't want any excuse to stop me from getting my content out there. And here's the thing, they're gonna suck in the beginning. And if you look back at the old ones, they're like, yeah, they kind of suck, but you know, they still get engagement, they still get viewed. I still send them to clients. That's another thing. Like, we do how-to videos, and then when I'm with a client, if somebody's like, what about these lawn weeds? I'm like, well, I can spray them, this is what we charge, but you know, you can do it yourself. I can text you the video, I show you how to do it, and I've landed work that way because the people are like, I can't believe this guy just sent me a video of him, of me doing the work.
Where you're at now, it probably maybe was harder in the beginning to get consistent, to get to this point where you're like, oh my gosh, 7th day, I've got to get something out. But when you're first getting started with video, that's really hard. To do.
So the first year,
you're developing a muscle, basically.
The first year I did it once a month. Just do a video once a month. If you commit a video once a month, there's no excuse not to be able to do it. You should be able to do it. You should be able to come up, like put a weekly reminder, do something towards video content every week so that once a month you have something to put out. You start to see improvement. You start to see the respect you get. You start to see, you run into clients that are like, oh my God, you're the person on the video. And then you'll start thinking of great ideas of video. And you'll be like, oh, and you'll see where you can put the videos. And I've got videos that we send now, or they're hyperlinks that we send on to all our estimates. Why choose AMS Landscaping? It's me talking about what makes us stand out from our competition. We have a video just for that. So my videos, I try not to make them over 2 minutes. I've got a short attention span, so I don't want to make these long videos, but I know people that do. So don't ever think a long video isn't going to work. But what I've learned, I always transpose what I said on the video for the blog. And I do it for YouTube also because YouTube's owned by Google, and I want those search terms coming up in the description so my video comes up if somebody's looking for how to plant, how deep do you plant a tree? You know, I want that blog to come up. I want that YouTube video to come up. Also, keep in mind that in the beginning, you're not going to have a lot of viewers in the beginning, and that's a great time to learn how to do content. You need to get those jitters out of your system. You need to get better and more comfortable on video, and you need to learn all the things that I can't even possibly tell you you're going to learn until you do it. Nobody can tell you until you just do it. You got to make mistakes in order to learn from them.
That's the key. It's like, I think people want to know all those things they need to know before they even start doing video. And no, it's a practice. It's like riding a bike.
And even if you thought you knew everything, I guarantee a year later you'll learn 10 times more, and you'll be doing 10 times better, and you're still going to hate the videos you did in the past. So you might as well just start today.
All right, Eli. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome having this time with you. And how can people find you?
Yeah, I'm Eli Hall. I'm the owner of AMS Landscaping. We're out of Phoenix, Arizona. We service landscape maintenance and cleanup through a large part of the valley. You can reach us on our website at AZ Lawns. You can subscribe to our YouTube page and our Facebook page at AMS Landscaping. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at AZ Lawns.
Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.